Hey everybody, this is Pastor Sean Odom from Crosspoint Church in Weatherford, Oklahoma. The God is Awesome, the Bible is Cool vlog. Today's focal passage is a pretty familiar story. It comes from the Genesis chapter 4. We're going to look at verses 1 through 16. It's the story of Cain and Abel. Here's how it reads. Genesis chapter 4. Adam made love to his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man." Later, she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. And Abel also brought an offering, fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Now Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." While they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he replied. "Am I my brother's keeper?" The Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are under a curse and driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer on the earth." Cain said to the Lord, "My punishment is more than I can bear. Today you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a restless wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me." But the Lord said to him, "Not so. Anyone who kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over." Then the Lord put a mark on Cain so that no one who found him would kill him. So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Look, the story of Cain and Abel is this familiar one, right? Cain and Abel both brought an offering to the Lord. Cain gave some, but not his best, but from the leftovers, and Abel gave from off the top. And as the story goes, Cain's offering was received well. However, Cain's offering was not received well, but Abel's was. That created anger in Cain to go out and kill his brother. And of course, God is not pleased about this, and Cain suffers the consequence of his sin. Now, there's much we can learn about this account of what we know of to be the first murder. Excuse me. You always come in pairs, right? Anyway, one of the things that we can pull out of this passage is the point that we must give everything to God. He desires and deserves the best that we have to offer. And this harkens back to an idea of priorities. How your priorities are racked and stacked will determine what gets your best. Today, we're pulled in all kinds of different directions, right? Everyone wants a part of us. Our spouse wants a piece of time. Our kids need theirs. Work demands this. A good portion of our lives, and we always need some me time, right? Well, then, of course, there's God, who demands that we place him on top of it all. And that is where he belongs. So whatever we put as our number one priority, that's going to receive the best of what we have, most likely. We simply cannot be everything to everybody. If we try, we're going to burn ourselves out. Are we supposed to give our best to everything? Absolutely. We're supposed to do everything as if we're doing it for the Lord. Okay? But see, here's the thing. If we do the right thing and place God on top of the pecking order in our lives, we will in turn be more inclined to do the right things in other areas. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you, right? The result of this is that we're better equipped to resist temptation and avoid sin. And it all begins with giving our whole selves over to God first. Now, that doesn't mean that we must neglect our other relationships. And in fact, if we act out our faith in God, it will help us foster our other relationships to a greater level. If you desire to strengthen yourself and your relationships, then put God as the number one priority. That's what you have to do. That's the story that we can glean, or that's one of the lessons we can glean from Cain and Abel this morning. So I pray that we go ahead and we put God first in all things. I hope to see you guys on Sunday. We have a prayer breakfast on Saturday. Join us for that as well. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.